In this video, we will bundle articles together and sell them via the ArticleID In-Page property. To get started, we firstly need to insert the ArticleID to each of these articles that we want to sell by adding the In-Page Connector configuration before the connector script. Let's just look shortly how this looks like in our source code. So this is the source code to Economist Article 2, and just to remind you, this is how the in-page configuration looks like. So we need to specify the script type application JSON. The ID is LaterPay Connector. And then we specify the ArticleID attribute that contains the IDs. In this case, it will be a single ID, which is a single purchase. Let's just call it like this, although this name can be just any name. Finally, we close the script tag, and another important thing to point out here is that all of this needs to be defined before we load the connector script. So you see that the connector script is loaded on a line just underneath. Okay, now that we got this out of the way, and this has been defined on all three articles here, so Article 1, Article 2, and Article 3, and note that, this is important, the ID used for these articles is the same one, so they will all have ArticleID single purchase. Also, we will be defining a single purchase option that will be referencing that ArticleID. The result of this will be that we will have kind of a bundled offering, meaning that if one would buy Economist Article 1, so we'll have an overlay here, and if you click on it, if you buy it, both Article 2 and Article 3 will be unlocked. If you want to sell these articles separately, you will need to define different article IDs, meaning that you will need to define, say, single purchase 1 on Economist Article 1, and then associate a single purchase for that ID, and then you'll need to do the same for Article 2, meaning you'll define as, say, single purchase 2, and then define a separate purchasing option. We're going to cover this in one of the use cases as well. Now let's just focus on this particular example. So after defining the same article ID for all three of them, we go to our connector dashboard, we go to our single purchases, and we click on Create New Purchase. We have to type the title for this particular single purchase. Let's just call it Single Purchase ID. Again, this title is not visible to the end user, so you can just type whatever you want here as long as you know what it is. It's for both that you know what it is. Now, we usually had here the exact path. We were showcasing how this works. We're going to use the article ID route here. And in the article ID, we're going to copy the ID that we have just inserted in all three articles here. So that is single purchase in our case. Now let us define a price of, say, €1, pay later, for each of these articles. And let's link them to the template to know what to hide and what to leave uncovered. Let's save. And now checking our articles here, we can see that they all have the new option defined. So what this would mean is that if we would click on this article and buy it, all three articles would be unlocked. So that's how it works when you bind a bundle offering together via an article ID.